This is in the locker room. It looked like guys don't care. I love my brother, man. The shot is just playing back and forth in my head. It's going to be difficult to get over, but I know I got to.
You know what that reminded me of, Tim? The look you give me when I tell you I can't hang out with you after work.
That's not funny. That's raw emotion right there. You see the fabulous freshman for Kentucky.
You can't hang out with me. I got no friends.
Jordan, I know you're sort of kind of familiar with the recruiting scene. I know you're going to be locked into the McDonald's All-American game.
I'll be there
Obviously,
Wednesday.
John Calipari dips his pen in that ink every single year as far as going to get outstanding young talent. What's their outlook for next year?
I think these guys are crying because maybe they want to come back to college.
Stop it.
And Coach Cal's like, you can't. This is a system, man. I got guys coming in there. We're probably going to be better than you, De'Aaron Fox, if you can even believe it. They're probably going to be better than you, Bam Adebayo, if you can even believe it. No, I think what this is I've been there, man. I loved my 4 years at college. Like, I played winning basketball, not at the level of these guys. Tim, you can't speak to this, so I'll go ahead and take it from here. But what it comes down to is these guys had a great 1 year of basketball. They're treated like rock stars. In Lexington, Kentucky basketball is king. These guys came into the year, Tim. Think about how they stepped into the year. ESPN doing a full-on marathon of their first practice. A 10-camera look, interviews, everything. These guys were treated like rock stars. And that 1 year is gone, and now it becomes a whole different beast. What I was most impressed with, and it's weird to say because you're seeing a guy in raw emotion. I don't want to be too not sensitive to what's going on. But I thought it was great that you saw De'Aaron Fox cry like that. You've seen guys like Ben Simmons come out. You think he cried after his last game?
No.
You've seen a lot of these one-and-done guys come in and be like, yeah, I mean, Lonzo Ball lost the game. Yeah, I think the seniors are upset. It was really tough. I feel for those guys. By the way, I'm going to the NBA. De'Aaron Fox was heartbroken, man. Like, it looked like somebody just shot his dog and his dog's dog. Like, it looked like it was the saddest situation possible because he cared.
Right.
If I'm a GM or a scout, I'm sitting there watching, I go, yeah, I want that guy.
That's hats off to John Calipari.
No, it's not.
You're
That's
wrong.
nothing to do with Calipari.
You're wrong.
It speaks to who the kid was. You don't change it. No. You don't change a freshman in a year. De'Aaron Fox was who we thought he was coming in, a great leader, and he left the school the same way. That has nothing to do with Coach Cal. Nothing.
Really, he doesn't know how to push their buttons. He doesn't have them care about
Tim,
each
some
game.
of these guys actually are just good kids when they come in. They don't need some guy on the sidelines to throw the whip into them and get them to play a certain way.
You're spinning it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. What's Coach Cal have to do with that kid being a good kid?
That he
What does he
actually
have to do
cares
with it?
about those wins and losses and not the NBA.
So
That's Cal.
So because Coach Cal thinks like
How
that,
many teams
he's
does
the
Coach Cal-
18-year-old kid
tell me
can't
how
think
many-
that way.
tell me how
There's
many-
no way De'Aaron Fox comes out and is like, oh yeah, like this is who I am. I really care about basketball. No, that has to be programmed in a chip from Coach Cal.
I never said it was programmed in the
You
chip.
say that's a credit to Coach Cal. That has nothing to do with Coach Cal. That's all about
Well, I
De'Aaron
disagree
Fox.
with that. That nothing to do with them. Because if Coach Cal rubbed guys the wrong way, just like Markelle Fultz was one and done, where's his coach? Fired.
Tim,
Dennis
it's a
Smith
different
Jr.,
thing. No.
where's his coach? Fired. Ben Simmons' his coach? Fired. All those guys were fired because they didn't know, those coaches didn't know how to press those guys' buttons to have them care. Why are all those coaches fired then, Jordan?
Tim, did you see every kid crying?
I saw two freshmen there crying.
Two guys that really
Two
cared.
freshmen.
You know what? You know what we were told about De'Aaron Fox when he stepped onto campus? You haven't seen a leader like this guy. He is a genuinely good kid.
I agree with
that
all
loves
that.
to win.
I think he
It's
says
the
all the
Cal-
right
You know what I'll
things.
give Coach Cal credit for? Recruiting that caliber of a kid. There's also a guy like Charles Matthews who's overplaying with Michigan. It didn't work. He was one of those freshmen that they recruited. He sat out this year up in Ann Arbor. He's going to be a stud next year for Michigan. It didn't work. You're talking about the guy, De'Aaron Fox, who's spotlighted right now. Not every Coach Cal recruit works that way.
Well,
There's a guy, the big guy from last year, who just got shown the door because he's like, hey, we thought you'd be better in this, and now you're a junior, and we don't have room for you, buddy. That's not De'Aaron Fox. That's kind of how it plays sometimes.
I understand what you're saying about De'Aaron Fox. Do you understand my point about Calipari having these guys all on the same page?
Yes,
Caring?
but I think you're putting that stake in a place where it doesn't belong. It's in the wrong piece of real estate.
You
take that thing
You're
and put it
taking
in
it
another
like
place.
it's Calipari, it's all him. I didn't say it. I said you have to credit
I just don't
Calipari
like you
because he's motivating these guys to care so
I don't
much.
like you infusing Coach Cal to something that has nothing to do with him. This story should be about De'Aaron Fox and the caliber kid he is and the high-quality kid he is, that despite the fact that millions await him, he's not thinking like Lonzo Ball. It says, see you later, I'm out of here. He's thinking this way. So you're telling me Jason Tatum, because he didn't cry, Coach K didn't do the job?
Maybe for Jason Tatum, it wasn't all about winning the championship.
But because he didn't cry?
Maybe for Jason Tatum, it wasn't all about that.
I never seen you cry. Does that mean you don't care about anything? Like, that's what you're going to judge it on? No, I just think
You were at my wedding. How many times did I cry at my wedding?
I've never seen a groom speak more at his own wedding than Tim Doyle. And
I didn't ask you that.
The best part was when the bagpipes came on, he goes, there won't be a dry eye when these guys are done playing. I didn't see one person cry. I think all the eyes were actually dry in the whole place. And that was after your 7th speech. I hit the microphone. You know why you couldn't find it at the end of the wedding? I talked to the bride, Susie Moon. I said, I'll take care of it.